I work full time, but I've also spent the last 6 weeks training for my third half marathon. Here's what a realistic week looks like for me, only 1 week out from race day. Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome back to another vlog. So it is 6:30 on Monday morning, and I am just about to head to the gym. And I thought for this week's vlog, it might be quite fun just to film my sessions and do like a week of my training. Sometimes I think when you're so wrapped up in your training, you forget to like acknowledge what you're actually doing, because training for a half is a lot. Like, I think in this day and age, like you see so many people running marathons and ultras like back to back all the time, and you sort of can forget how far a half actually is. So yeah, I think by like filming my sessions and like talking through what I'm doing, it will help me to like actually take a minute to think like, okay, I'm doing this. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just like going through the motions all the time. Yeah, and also it's just like quite nice to look back on to remember like what goes into all these races, because again, whenever I come to look back at my life, I'm only ever going to have like the medals and stuff. No one ever talks really about like the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, I think I've got quite a good week coming up. I'm starting to sort of like deload a bit now before the half, because in my last vlog I showed you that I did my longest run of the plan, which was 16k. Yeah, so sort of got that mileage in there already, and then this week is just sort of about tuning up the pace, and yeah, getting ready for race day. So today I have a leg session at the gym, which is actually programmed for me by Runner. Again, I think I've said that I'm using Runner to train for my half, and then there's the option to add strength into your runner sessions now, which is such a good idea. So I tend to have scheduled on my plan like one upper session and one leg session a week. I don't always do them, I'm not going to lie, but this week I'm really going to try and make an effort just to like, yeah, get myself feeling as fresh as I can ahead of the race day, because the leg sessions are all like strength and conditioning, running focused. So it's stuff that like I probably wouldn't normally do if I was going to the gym and doing legs. But yeah, it's got running in mind, so I think it will be really good to just go and do that this morning. Yeah, I thought I would just bring you along for the week. I'm not going to like chat loads in between the clips. I think I'm literally just going to show you what my sessions look like, and also like how I balance training with working a 9 to 5, because that's another thing I feel like when you watch all these people online, a lot of them are doing this as their full-time job. Whereas yeah, I've got work to consider, I've got plans to consider, and I don't have the luxury of just being able to go and work out whenever I want. So yeah, I thought this would be a fun one to film, just to show like what I get up to in a week, what my half training is looking like at the moment, and then yeah, to be able to look back and see what actually leads to the races. So yeah, I'm going to go to the gym now, stop yapping, and I'll show you a few snippets of my leg session. And the gym is done. That was a really good session, to be fair, and it was absolutely dead in there, so I got it done like super quick. I think it only took me about 40 minutes, which is so good. Sometimes with strength and conditioning I do find that it can be like a little bit boring, but it's good, and I know that it works my legs in a way that like I would never normally work them, because I feel like traditionally if I thought leg day, I'd be doing like hip thrusts, squats, like back squats, RDLs, like all that sort of thing. But yeah, strength and conditioning, it's a lot like, for me, it's a lot of like calf stuff, like calf raises, sort of like isolated movement, single leg movement. Yeah, it's definitely good for running, obviously, and it's really good that I'm following a plan for that sort of thing, because again, like if I was doing that on my own, no chance that I would even come up with anything like that. So yeah, I'm glad to get that done. I'm going to drive home now. It is 20 to 8, so yeah, 20 minutes before I start work. Going to drive home. My house is literally around the corner, so that's really handy. Quick shower, quick bite to eat, and then log on for the day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight, to be fair, because normally I start Monday morning with a walk, but I've been coming to the gym Monday evenings and it has been so busy. Whereas in there today, it was absolutely dead, which I really wasn't expecting, because I thought before work people would be trying to like get their sessions in. But it's good to know that like come in the morning and it's quiet. So yeah, my routine's a bit different already this morning. So not sure what I'll do tonight, if anything. But yeah, I might go on a little walk, stretch the legs after a day at the desk. Good morning, happy Tuesday. I am just out on my fake commute walk before work. I wanted to go on a walk yesterday evening, I think I said that, but the weather last night was absolutely horrendous. Like, it was kind of all right during the day, and then it hit 5 o'clock and it was just like torrential rain for the rest of the night, and it was kind of chilly out as well, so decided to park the walk, which was so annoying because the weather over the weekend was unreal. Like, we were literally in a proper heat wave, and then yeah, it just started raining yesterday, which, I mean, I guess it's the 2nd of June now, so it's still early days, but I think because the weather was so good at the end of May, in my head it was summer, but like obviously realistically it's still a bit like springy. We've still got the proper summer months to come, but I'm hoping the rain sort of holds off because I was getting used to the proper sun. It's kind of spitting when I left the house this morning as well, but it's not too bad at the moment. Like, there's a few clouds in the sky. I'm hoping those grey clouds over there don't turn into rain. Yeah, but anyway, I'm out walking before work. Not going too far, I think only like 3k, but it's just nice to get some steps in before work because work is actually quite stressful and busy at the moment, so it's just so nice to clear my head, get out and about before just sitting at the desk all day. And then this evening I have my interval session with my run club, which is always a highlight of the week, like gets it in early, Tuesday intervals. The session tonight actually looks really hard. I think it's like shorter rests and stuff, but we've built up to it, so it should be fine. I'm going to walk for probably another like 15 minutes before I'll head back in, have a shower, have some breakfast, and then log on. I think I'll log on a bit earlier than I usually do today, because yeah, like I said, it's kind of busy at the moment, but just smash out my work and then I've got my lovely interval session to look forward to. Oh my god, guys, that session was so tough, to the point that I had to stop by Tesco's on the way back home and get myself a raspberry Lucozade, which I feel is like when you know that you've worked hard. Oh my god, I feel a bit spacey actually. I've had to like put my glasses on straight away when I get back to the car. Drank like half of this Lucozade, and I'm just going to give myself a minute to chill before I drive back home because wow. The first set, so the session was 5 minutes at half marathon pace, 3 minutes at 10k pace, 1 minute max effort. So we repeated that 3 times, and then that was meant to be the session done, and then they decided to add in a 4th round, but they were quite nice and they shortened the 4th round. So then it was 4 minutes at half marathon pace, 2 minutes at 10k pace, and 1 minute max effort. The reason, I mean, it was a hard session anyway, everyone was literally blowing at the end, but I went out way too quick at the start. Like, everyone that goes to the run club, I think I've said this before, is a lot faster than me, which is really good for in that interval session. I definitely push myself to go faster than I would if I was just doing that session on my own, but it does mean that I can get a bit caught up in the crowd when we all first set off, because I think, so for the 5 minute efforts I was averaging about a 5:30 pace, which is a lot quicker than what like a half marathon pace would be for me. I think when I do my half, runner reckons that I can do it in around a 5:55 to 6:10 average pace. In that first half marathon effort, I went out at 5:18. So you can see that there was a bit of disparity there. Then for the 3 minute effort, so which would be my 10k pace, I think I was averaging around a 5:20, 5:18. But again, the first round I did like a 5:14. So you can see that I was like going a bit too quick. And then I was really pleased actually for the max efforts, which was like the minute as fast as you could go. I was doing about 4:40, which again, for me, a lot quicker than I would normally go if I was by myself. So yeah, it was good. Really pushed myself, but I did go out a little too quick on that first effort, but it's all just a learning curve. And I think that's why these sessions are so good, because it really teaches you a lot about pacing yourself and sort of respecting the session and not just like flying through it as quick as you can and like running with your ego. It actually teaches you a lot about, you know, anticipating what's to come and sort of scheduling your speed around that. So yeah, really good. But as you can see, I am rather hot and sweaty. It is 10 to 8 in the evening now. I'm about to drive home and get in the shower. I'm going to wash this ratty hair. I didn't really film anything. A bit annoying actually now because I've just been like talking at you this whole time in this vlog so far. But yeah, the run club, there's like loads of people go to the sessions. Everyone's super sociable, super chatty. But the nature of these sessions is like, obviously you're trying to hit pace. I was in no fit state to even talk when I was running around the park today, let alone film. But yeah, so that was my Tuesday, done and dusted. I do love those sessions. I feel so good for them afterwards. So yeah, nice walk to start the morning, sweaty interval run to end of the evening. So yeah, I'm going to drive home now, get in the shower and chill out for the rest of the day. I think tomorrow might just be a rest day. Wednesdays normally are my rest day, although I might go into the office on Thursday this week, so I might have a bit of a switch up of my rest days, but I shall let you know what the schedule is. Hey Queens, it has been a while since we last spoke. It is now Thursday evening, 5:20. I have just finished work for the day and I'm about to head out on an interval run. So I took yesterday, which was Wednesday, as my rest day. I do normally do that. Normally I try and go into the office on Wednesday, but I didn't know whether I'd go in today. I just sort of thought with what I had on today might have made more sense, but I actually ended up staying home today just because I had quite a lot on, and sometimes I feel like going into the office is actually a bit counterproductive because you're taking up like quite a chunk of time on the commute. Like if there's any delays or whatever, you can get held up, and I just thought today I just wanted to log on and crack on with my work. So that is what I did. I was actually going to go on a walk this morning as well, but the weather has just been so weird. I feel like in all these clips I've been complaining about the weather, but it goes from like glorious sunshine 1 minute to like torrential rain the next. And yeah, this morning it was just looking a bit hit and miss. I had an extra hour in bed instead, which was just delightful. But yeah, so I'm just about to head out on a run now. Also, I probably should say that I'm filming this vlog on my phone just because I wasn't sure what the sound quality was like on my camera. So I thought I'm going to do one on my phone just to see. I do think I need to get a vlogging camera because the camera that I use, I said last time, I use it to take pictures. It can film and it does have the viewfinder, but I don't think it's like a vlogging camera. So, but it's my birthday coming up and I was going to ask for a vlogging camera for my birthday, and then I felt like let's maybe get this off the ground first before we're dropping money on a camera. It seems a bit excessive. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just vlogging on my phone for this one, but I'm not sure on the quality and stuff, so I might switch back to the camera. We'll see, but let me know what you think, whether you prefer camera or phone. Anyway, but yeah, my session today is intervals. Well, I say intervals, it's a progressive run, so it's 9k I've got today, last long run before the half. So it is 3k at a conversational pace, 3k at 5:55, and 3k conversational. So nothing too crazy, should be quite a nice one. Get out and stretch the legs. I am just in my outfit. I've just got on this, let me show you in the mirror actually. Have just kept it really simple today for the outfit. I've just got on my trusty Nike shorts, my H&M zip up jacket. It is 16 degrees out there, but again, it's like windy and rainy. So thought I'm just going to bring a jacket along, and if I need to take it off, I can take it off. Under here I have just got on a little grey sports bra, and then I'm wearing my compression socks. I don't always wear these, but I felt like today I'm just going to give them a go because yeah, the interval session on Tuesday was pretty hard, so I wouldn't be surprised if I feel a bit achy in my calves today. So yeah, that's the fit. And yeah, so I am just going to pop my hair up now and hit the road, and then I'm going to come back. Should take me probably about 50 minutes to an hour. I like to keep my conversational pace like actually conversational, because before I used to go out and just run like what I thought was conversational based on like what I see on social media, but really like I need to be kind of low heart rate, talkative. Not that I've got anyone to talk to, but maybe I'll talk to you guys. Yeah, so it'll probably take me about an hour, and then we get back in and cook some tea. We're having fajitas tonight, which is always something to look forward to. Okay, I'm halfway through the first lot of 3Ks and not gonna lie, I'm really not feeling it. My legs literally feel like I'm going through quicksand. My pace is literally only like in the 650s and it feels like such hard effort. What the hell? But I mean, it's just like, goes to show how day-to-day running can be. But I mean, it's a pretty route. I always like coming this way because it's just so nice and quiet. Okay, change of plan. I am like 3K in now and I've decided to scrap the 9K. Yeah, I'm not going to do that session. Just feeling a bit off, like that first 3K was literally done at like my zone 2 pace. My heart rate was in zone 2. In theory it should have been easy, but just felt off, so don't think I've got the 5:55 pace in me today. But I have got a 7K easy on my plan for later on in the week, so I think I'm just going to carry on at like my zone 2 pace and just do 7K today. I've only got 4 more to do. Yeah, so that's the plan now. There were loads of cars when I was talking before and I got a bit embarrassed, but yeah, really weird. I feel like this just goes to show how day-to-day running can be. Like, some days I would have done this session literally like a walk in the park, and today I've had to call it quits, which is fine. Now that I've made the decision to just keep the easy pace and do the easy 7, I'm feeling a lot better, which is weird. Maybe it was like a mind thing. But yeah, I don't know, that first 3K I felt like really stitchy in my right hand side, which is weird because I haven't actually eaten since lunch, but maybe that's why. Maybe I'm a bit underfueled. And my legs just felt like insanely heavy, which might be to be expected because of Tuesday's session, but on the whole, normally I do that session on a Tuesday, rest on Wednesday, and then I'm like good to go again on Thursday. So yeah, maybe it's just not my day today, but that's fine. I'm going to get on the foam roller when I get home, have a proper stretch out, and hopefully tick that session off on Sunday. Guys, what a weird session. That's definitely not what I had in mind when I set out on that run, but it's fine. I was thinking actually when I was going along the canal that it's quite easy to feel disappointed in yourself when stuff like that doesn't go to plan. And like initially when I thought to myself, I just don't have this in me today, I did feel a bit like, oh, that's so annoying, like come on, like just get on with it sort of thing. And it is quite easy to like let that sort of thing become a bit disheartening, especially when I've got a race coming up. But actually I thought to myself, like, what I just did was a session that I had planned anyway. So like, if I had gone out today with that session in mind, the performance I just gave would have been absolutely fine and I would have just got on with my life when I got back in. It's only because like something didn't go right that I'm like feeling like this, but that's silly. So I'm gonna just like stop those feelings, because I was thinking to myself like, oh, why is it like this? I'm rubbish. Like I can't do the half. Like stupid. Get that out of my head, because yeah, I had a 7K easy on my plan. I did a 7K easy. And like, even if I hadn't have done that 7K easy, even if I had just like jacked the whole run in altogether, that still would have been fine. Like running is just one of those things where it's like so dependent on the day. It's just kind of frustrating, but also it's just part of it. And like, I think that session today just really shows that. So yeah, going to try not to dwell on that too much. I still got one of my sessions done for the week, so that's a tick. I was in zone 2 for like majority of the time. It was a mixture of run walking, average pace of 7:36. So yeah, I mean, for that pace, it felt like a lot of effort, but you know, I got it done. I ticked the session off. It was easy. My heart rate was low, even though it didn't feel particularly easy. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm not going to let it get to me. These things happen. One run does not define your entire running journey. Please remember that, because I need to remember that sometimes. Morning, happy Friday. I am talking to you now from the gym car park, back again for an upper body session this morning, which should be quite good. I'm hoping it'll be pretty dead in there and I can just like get it done quickly, get home and crack on with the rest of my day. It is 7:10, so fingers crossed. The car park seems so we'll see what it's like. But yeah, just an upper session on the cards today. I do love training upper, like I much prefer training upper to legs, so I'm quite looking forward to this one. that is the gym done. It was fine, like it was pretty dead in there. I think I said before that I do find strength and conditioning quite boring, but it's fine. It's just good to get it done early, and then I've got the rest of my day. I have just nipped to a coffee shop nearby and got myself a matcha. Look at the colour of this matcha, like literally this place just like nail it every time. So good. I just get mine plain, like no syrups or anything, but I do get it with coconut milk. Oh, so good. Anyway, little Friday treat for me. Good morning. It is the weekend, 9:30 on Saturday morning to be precise, and I have just got back from a High Rocks class. I'm really repping today with the hoodie. I actually got this hoodie in Manchester when I did my first race, and I just love it. It's like, don't actually know if you can see, it's like cropped. I'll show you in the mirror. It's like this cute little cropped hoodie, and then on the back it just says High Rocks, never stop competing. So I really like it because it's just quite subtle. It's really comfy. But yeah, anyway, the class was really hard. Like probably one of the hardest classes I've done in a while. I think I might have said that last week as well. I feel like I'm always saying that about everything I do, but yeah, it was tough. I didn't actually film any clips either, which is so annoying. I feel like I've been really bad this vlog, but it's a bit awkward when you're in a class. Like I did the same class a few weeks ago in my last vlog and filmed then, and it is just a little bit awkward. You've got to like prop your phone up, and there's obviously like people there that you might not have met and all that. And obviously like a High Rocks class, the nature of it is quite like, sometimes it's a bit AMRAPy, sometimes you're like working as hard as you can in a set time. So if you're having to like stop to film, it's a bit much. Yeah, I didn't film, but the session, I'll insert a picture here of what the session was. Me and my partner started in order, which don't normally do, so that was quite nice. So yeah, we had a 400 metre run and 4 lengths of sled push. Then we went on to the row and burpees. We actually did burpee broad jumps instead of box jumps because no one was on the sled track at that time. So that was really nice. Haven't done a burpee broad jump in quite some time. So good to get back doing those. And then we did the bike. The bike was actually quite a nice addition, to be fair, because the weather's not great. I think the coach was saying she was going to put another run in, but it's a bit rainy. So did a K on the bike, which was really nice actually. 40 lunges, and then we ended on the ski and the wall balls, which was just such a horrible station to end on. But it's fine. I guess it mimics the race, obviously, with ending on wall balls. So yeah, it's good to get that done. I've just devoured a croissant. I picked up some croissants for Todd and I on the way home. He's currently out in the garage on his bike doing a 4-hour stint in the garage because, like I said, the weather is just really not the one for him to be on the road. And then later on this afternoon, we're actually heading back to Essex for a family birthday celebration tomorrow. So that'll be really good. But I'm going to wake up early tomorrow morning and hopefully try and tick off that 9k that I attempted during the week. And although the weather's not great here, it's meant to be nice in Essex. I think it's like 21 degrees tomorrow. I'm hoping a combination of like the weather, a nice seafront run will make that session a lot easier to tick off. Good morning. I am checking in this morning from Essex. So I got a bit of a different background, but it is so nice to be back home, literally just for like a flying visit. We drove down last night, got here at about 5ish, just chilled with my family, had a lovely dinner, and now it is Sunday morning, a lovely sunny morning, as I think you can probably see, and I'm all dressed up for my 9k run, but I've actually decided once again that I'm not going to go on the run. I feel like this run is just cursed, but this time I haven't actually even attempted it yet. I just got dressed, I had a little t-shirt on top of my sports bra, and it was quite tight on my arms, and basically last night I had another skin flare up. I think I've like mentioned my skin in every video, but I don't know if you can see like under my arms, it looks way worse in person. But yeah, this is how it gets. And I just thought like sessions are like an hour's worth of running. I had that t-shirt, it was kind of tight, even in the sports bra it's still feeling a bit like irritated. And I just thought doing that movement for an hour, I don't know if it's like a chafing thing because it is like always in my arms. I just thought I'm just not going to do that today because I just don't want it to get worse, especially with the half next week, because the half is now actually a week today. Yeah, I'd rather just sort of let it settle. And when it's bad like this, I don't love putting loads of product on it. Obviously if I'm going out running, I'm going to be wearing deodorant and stuff like that. And yeah, I just don't want to like do that movement, make it get more irritated, and then pay the price down the line. So, because sometimes when it's really bad, I can't sleep and stuff. Like I remember the first time it happened, I literally was getting like 2 hours of sleep a night because it's just like, it's like an intense, like itching, prickly feeling. But so far this flare up hasn't been like that. So I don't want to aggravate it any further than it is already. So yeah, I'm not going to do the run. I think this run is just literally cursed, but that's fine. I think sometimes you've got to prioritise like your health or how you're feeling or whatever. Yeah, and I've still had a pretty good week. Like got 2 runs in, got some speed work in earlier in the week as well. So I think missing this one, realistically, the race is in a week. I think missing this one today isn't going to impact my performance. Nothing to really report today because I'm not going to do the run. Instead, I'm going to go out for a nice breakfast with my cousin and then, yeah, head to the family birthday celebrations this evening. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to bring this vlog to a close. I'm quite glad in a way that this has happened because it does just show like a realistic week in my life. Like sometimes there's little spanners in the works that you don't anticipate happening and you have to like schedule around that, and that's absolutely fine. It's just life, isn't it? And I think as well, this week has been quite a good one in terms of work. Like I've been able to be quite flexible this week around work with like getting up in the mornings and doing sessions, doing stuff in the evenings. But obviously as well, like not every week is like that. Like sometimes I've got social things going on in the evenings. Sometimes I have to go to the office. Sometimes I have to travel to the London office. So yeah, I think in terms of like how I've balanced this week with work, this has definitely been one of the better weeks. Like not every week looks as productive as this. Like I said, sometimes life just gets in the way and that's fine. I think it's just about finding the balance and doing what's best for you. And today that looks like for me skipping my run, which is a little bit annoying, but it's fine, it's not the end of the world. And actually tomorrow I'm starting a new plan with a running coach. So I'm gonna stop using Runner for the time being and start my plan with a running coach. And I'm really excited. I've been wanting to get in with her for ages, but she's always fully booked up. And then I saw she's got openings for June, so I managed to get in and sign up. So I'm starting a new plan with her as of tomorrow, which will be Monday. Starting at a bit of a weird time really, because obviously I've got a race on Sunday. So she's just programmed in a bit of an interval session tomorrow, which I'll hopefully be able to do depending on my skin. An easy run, and then I've got the half. So I think I will film the half, to be fair. Yeah, and then I've got a recovery week. And then I start doing like some testing with her to sort of, because I've got a few more halves coming up later in the year, but I've said in the meantime I want to try and improve my 5k time. So I'm hopefully going to work with her to do that. And yeah, she just looks like such a good coach, really like knows her stuff. So I'm really excited to get started with her. So yeah, maybe I'll have to do another one of these videos when I'm on my new plan, just to sort of see how that compares. Because I've never really had like a proper coach before. I've only ever used Runner, which is obviously like programmed by the Runner coaches, but I think it would be nice to have someone that you can actually talk to and who will eventually get to know me and know my paces and my goals and stuff like that. So yeah, very excited to start that. Yeah, so I'm going to bring this vlog to a close here. I hope you've enjoyed watching and I'll see you in the next one.